you, the moment you understand the purposelessness, tremendous inner healing happens to you. All the wounds, whether it is related to guilt or pain or somebody else disturbing you or mental suffering or some abusing things, everything will just be healed. Because what is there? All right, he has abused, okay. But what he is going to do after abusing? Can he carry anything? No. Or if I protect myself continuously without letting anybody abuse me, am I going to carry something? No. Understand, I am not asking you to allow anybody and everybody to abuse you. Do not go to the other extreme. Immediately mind will start thinking, oh, if this is true, then anybody can do anything or what? Do not go to the other extreme. First understand this extreme or this extreme you will be suffering. Allow this understanding to happen. Then this very understanding will guide you. This very intelligence will guide you. Do not bother about, oh, what he is teaching, what he is talking, then what for I live, then whatever I learnt is lie or what. Throughout my life I have taught, this is the purpose, that is the purpose. What is it? Suddenly he is telling there is no purpose. What kind of teaching it is? It's very difficult for ego to digest. Life is purposeless. But I tell you, whether you are able to digest or not, truth is truth. You are just a water bubble, soap bubble. Nothing but a soap bubble. And nothing will stay. I think if I say that you are all soap bubbles, we are all soap bubbles. Not you, including me. Even you seeing me is a one more dream. Understand? Even you seeing me is one more dream. That's a beautiful sloka. The moment you see enlightened master, you will become enlightened. Somebody asked me, then why I am not becoming enlightened, Swamiji? Please be very clear. Just because you are looking at me, don't think you are seeing me. Just because you are looking at me, never ever think you are seeing me. Seeing me is different, looking at me is different. Looking is done just by eyes. Seeing is done by pure mind. As and now, you will understand me only as you understand yourself. If you think you are a farm, you will see me as a farm. This one example you can understand. Before attending any of my programs, when you just see me from distance or outside, what idea you will have? A young boy, or a young man, a little more decent, young Swami. That's all. The more and more you come near, naturally your view, idea changes. Your understanding changes. When you start understanding yourself, your understanding about me also changes. So please be very clear. Just because you are looking at me, you are not seeing me. The more you grow, more you will understand me. According to your maturity, you relate with me. So you can't say you are seeing me. As on now, even you are seeing me is one more dream. We are all dream. If I say that we are all soap bubbles, maybe soap bubbles will put the defamation case. Even they have little more life. We are nothing but few soap bubbles, playing the whole drama, playing the whole thing, and the whole life is just pure purposeless. People sometimes get the shock. They come and tell me, Swamiji, the moment I started understanding life is purposeless, I don't want to go to job, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, what can I do? What is happening to me? Even if that happens, do not bother. Even few days, if you don't go to the job, don't bother. Take vacation for 1 week, nothing wrong. And I tell you, it's the honest truth. If you allow this understanding to penetrate your being, you will never become lazy. Truth can never make you lazy. Truth can never make you lazy. Tamas can never happen to you out of intelligence. Maybe few days because you have been in this extreme, mind wants to go to this extreme. Because whole life you are spending restlessly. The moment you understand this, mind wants to go to this extreme of laziness. At the most 2 days you will be lying in your bed. Just allow this understanding to happen. You will see, third day you will be out of your bed as a new being, as a totally different being. You will never fall again into the restlessness. Restlessness is the Rakshasa. Restlessness is the only devil. Through restlessness, you just lose the meaning of life. When you catch the purpose of life, you miss the meaning of living. Meaning of living is bliss. Purpose of life is your goals. Your goals make you miss the path. Do not let your goals miss the path. In the Nirvanic layer, all you need to understand is the whole thing is just purposeless. The moment you understand the whole thing is just purposeless, tremendous inner healing happens to you. All your idea about the future, that's the desire which continuously haunts you. That will give way. You will be healed. All your guilt, I should have lived like that. Again, that gives way. You will be healed. And all your pains created by you or created by others. After all, even if you have not created the pain, what is there? There is nothing like a purpose. It's okay. You will be relaxed. You will relax. And all your joys, so-called joys, what is there? You are not going to carry anything. I have seen one master. His name is Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. He lived in Arunachala. He is just like an innocent child, always smiling and blissful. Somehow I had the fortune to sit at his feet. I'll always go and sit with him. Whenever some people come and tell him something, some of their problems, or when they come and tell him, oh, Swamiji, you gave me darshan and healed me, you took care of me, because of you this happened, that happened. He will just tell, all right. If people come and tell him it's their problems, again he will tell, all right. And if somebody comes and tells, my father died, my husband died, or my wife died, some serious things, again he will tell, all right. People used to get offended. They are thinking, what? I am saying my problems and he is saying all right. One day I asked him, Swamiji, why are you saying all right for everything? Then he said beautifully, the whole thing is just purposeless. The whole thing is just purposeless. Whatever you think as a purpose has no meaning. When the whole thing is purposelessness, what is there in the life? The moment you understand the truth of purposelessness, whenever you remember the truth of purposelessness, immediately the cool breeze of inner healing happens to you. Your inner restlessness, your samsaya rakshasa, or the suffering, your suffocating feeling simply disappears. Whatever you have or you don't have, they have no purpose. It's like from that big beach, that one soap bubble has picked up 1 or 2 grains of sand, and it is telling it's having a big treasure. Brother, The sand which he is possessing or the sand which is lying on the beach, both have no purpose. Whether you have or don't have, both have no purpose. When you understand the purposelessness, I tell you, you need courage to go behind the truth. When you understand this, your whole life will start taking a new shape. Automatically some kind of things you will not like to do, it will drop. Automatically you will take up some kind of things. If you are courageous enough to go behind the transformation, you will live as a mukta when you are living. You will live as a liberated soul when you are living. Your very life will be a Jivan Mukta. Your very life will be a liberated being. Please understand, all you need is courage to go behind this understanding. And one more thing I tell you, you will never drop your job. You will never drop your relationships. You will never drop your house. You will never drop your car. You will not drop anything. You will just drop what you don't have, but with which you are living. Don't think you are living only with the things which you have. You are living with lot of things which you don't have. You are living mentally with them. All those things will drop. When you drop the things which you don't have, but with which you are living, you will start living with things which you have. You will start intensely living with them. When you drop the fantasy about the big throne, you will start enjoying the seat in which you are sitting. When you drop the imaginations about big cars, first time you will start enjoying the car which you are driving. When the purpose is dropped, the meaning will happen. When the purpose is dropped, the meaning of life, the bliss will start happening in your life. Yes.
We do that, with the other half or the wife, or will they agree to that? Because they might be thinking that, purposefully he's not trying to buy me a new car. Sometimes there would be a war in the house.
Your question is right. You see, I tell you one thing. If you understand the purposelessness, you will never stop the decision of making a new car, buying a new car. And I tell you, you will work much more intensely because you will not have the stress inside. As on now, you are working with stress. With stress, if you can make $100,000, I assure you, without stress, you will make $1 million. You will never be tired. You will never be tired. You will understand something called quantum spirituality. The horizontal line and vertical line, both will happen. See with my ashramites. They are living examples of what I am speaking. It's not that they have dropped their responsibilities. All of them are living with their wives. All of them are going for their job. All of them are having whatever they had to have, everything. They just added only one thing, the understanding of the purposelessness. When you understand the life is purposeless, never think you will become lazy. Never think you will not have the comforts. You will have it. The urge or the restlessness to possess will not be there. The urge to possess, the restlessness to possess will not be there. You will be just living beautifully. You will be enjoying beautifully. You will simply work for the next car. And I tell you, if you can work with that peace, you will work 10 times better than as you are working now. You will get the car much earlier. It will simply just multiply your whole energy. See, you never became tired because of working. You became tired thinking that you are doing big job. If you look into your life, you will understand. You never became tired by working. You become tired only when you think, oh, I've done such big thing. Such big thing has happened by me. Immediately you'll be tired. The mind which makes you tired, the mind which says that you have done this, you have done that, that makes you dull. When you understand purposelessness, whatever things you achieve, you will never become tired. You will never think you have done big thing. The very idea, I did big, oh, I have done this, I have done that, will not be there. That is why I tell, if you are without ego, you will work 10 times more. You will have 10 times more comfort, more luxury, more joy, more bliss in your life. Apart from that, you will have your inner space always pure for yourself. As and now, you are constantly struggling with this restlessness. One side you struggle to achieve, but the moment you achieve even a small thing, your mind says, oh, I did such big thing, then let me rest. Before you do something big, already the mind projects that you have done something big and you are already tired, or you think you are done. If you understand life is purposeless, even if you achieve the big things, you will not think you achieved. Even if you achieve big thing, what is there? It's purposeless. Continuously the inner healing effect will be there in you. It's like again and again you rejuvenate yourself. You have nothing to, there is nothing to stop you. Yes.
Yeah, just to recap your discussion, one should abandon duties, continue doing what they're doing, but with this understanding, right?
Put this understanding of purposelessness,
Yeah.
then there will be reshuffling happening in your life. That reshuffling period you must go through. Your whole setup will be reshuffled by this understanding. But the moment reshuffling is over, you will understand. Suddenly you will realize the productivity of your life, or whatever you call your work or anything, will simply at least 10 times more than what you are doing. Because the restlessness or the idea that you are doing big will not be there in you. The other day, one of our devotee came and he saw the Venkateshwara. Swamiji, in whole North America there is no such a statue like this. This size I have never seen in the whole North America. Such big things can happen only by you. And you have done such a big thing, it's a 2.5 ton Vigraha. Here to get a small Ganapati, we struggled so much. To have a small temple, we struggled so much, we suffer so much. You did such a big thing. To tell you honestly, I tell you, all it took for me is one phone call. Just one phone call. And I never thought, or I never, even now I have no idea that I have done something big. If you have the ego, you will grab their words. And you will start thinking, yes, I did a big thing. Oh God, yes, like me, can anybody else do? Such big thing has been achieved. Such big thing it is. By the time you build up these words, you will become tired. Yes, I have done a big thing. Now I can say, I have done a big thing. When you start building these words, you see, when people throw all these words at you, never catch them. If you catch and start building in your mind, simply you will be tired. Simply you will become tired. The other day somebody was saying, oh, how did you fix this arch? How did it look so nice? How did you make it? How? I said they made it in India, we brought it here and assembled. Indian things, when we can never assemble even small things. If it is made in India, how can we assemble? It will always have some fitting problem. How did such huge thing fit so easily? There are so many questions. There are so many things. But people always think that this is something great. But I tell you one thing. From my angle, when I look at it, what is that? It's such a simple thing. It's happening. And even if there is a temple, even if I am going to build a temple like this, for a big temple for Venkateshwara, not only for Venkateshwara, we are going to make a 6 temple. All the 6 part of Vedic religion. See, our Vedic religion is divided into 6 categories. Ganapati, Shiva, and Skanda, Vishnu, Devi, and Surya, Navagraha. The 6 part is our Vedic religion. For all the 6 part, we are going to make a temple. Even all the 6 temples I built, what is the use? Nothing. There is no purpose. And I don't expect that people will come and see this temple and become enlightened. Nothing will happen. There are thousands of temples all over the world and nobody has become enlightened. These are just maybe a simple help for people to sit and meditate. Maybe a little inspiration for people to connect with the ultimate energy. That's all. There is no other purpose. Because there is no other purpose, I don't feel that I have done big thing.